Welcome to Libertex. What's going on with WTI crude oil? Up nearly 25% since the start of the year, WTI crude has taken traders on a roller coaster ride to end the month of February going into March. In this video, we'll break down the WTI crude oil price forecast for March 2021 and give you realistic WTI price predictions toward the end of the video by examining the technical charts. For more content on WTI crude and the commodities markets, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to become a part of our growing family of traders and investors. So without further ado, let's get started. WTI crude oil prices experienced a big uptick in momentum throughout much of February. And while some of this momentum can be attributed to the abnormal weather conditions that have affected Texas, a lot of the expectations are riding on COVID developments as they relate to reopening and travel. Both good news for WTI prices. The Texas freeze not only created hysteria and inconvenience to local populations, but also led to temporary oil refinery shutdowns. These shutdowns affected a major supply of WTI crude, which effectively created anxieties over decreasing the supply, which ultimately led to some price swelling as WTI shot up past $64. In addition to the immediate concern about supply, the new presidential administration has already put some constraints on the oil industry. One such example is putting a stop to the Keystone Pipeline, as well as a more progressive policy shift towards green energy. Trends that have an impact on the supply of WTI like these are likely to continue throughout the next years, which could ignite serious price action if demand is to make a comeback. Should demand bounce back significantly with the opening of travel, easing of lockdowns, and the broadening of the vaccine rollout, many traders are looking towards WTI crude as a sort of perfect storm trade, but in the short term, such major catalysts are likely to be incremental. Despite the serious upswing in price, WTI cooled down around February 24th as a result of newly released API report, which revealed that in contrast to expectations, the supply of US crude inventories actually increased by 1 million BPD, whereas prior estimates were looking for a decrease by about 5 million BPD. From this report, some analysts predict that the results suggest that supply will outpace the demand for WTI crude in the short term, which could create further bearish sentiment to stop out the latest run-up. To get a better understanding of this, as well as specific price targets to watch out for March 2021 and beyond, let's jump into the technical chart for WTI crude. All right, so we are now in the Libertex terminal looking at the technical chart for WTI crude oil, and immediately we can see the nice run that it has experienced. But then if we go ahead and look at the 30-minute chart, we can see the sell-off from the Texas freeze, and then this sharp incline back up in anticipation of supply shortage to where we currently sit now, which is some cool-off that has been brought in from the surprising API report that revealed larger than anticipated supply reserves. So the first key level of support we need to be watching is right around $60.87. And failure to consolidate here could break prices and send them back to the next levels of support, which can be found right around 58.56 from February 19th. And failure to uphold this line could see a correction all the way back down to 57.35. The good news is that WTI has recently tested yearly highs and has seen some great momentum since the start of the year. There are many analysts that predict that we could see $80 a barrel for WTI by the end of the year, but this really hinges on a significant increase in demand that can really only be brought on by major developments with COVID situation and easing of restrictions. In the case of a break higher in March, WTI needs to break past the upper resistance barrier right around $62.98 and comfortably consolidate around here before gaining the energy to make a break upwards and past the $64 level. So in the short term for March, we could see some cooling off with oil that could bring prices to the mid 50 range. But in the case of an increase in the bullish trend that we have been a part of, WTI will need to sustain and break this high right around the 62, high 62 levels to make a further break to the upside. What are your WTI crude oil price targets for March? And do you see a reversal coming soon? Let us know your price predictions and opinions in the comments to join the conversation with our analysts. To get in on the action and trade WTI crude, as well as other commodities, stocks, cryptocurrencies, forex pairs, and more, head over to Libertex.com and register an account for free to see what you're missing out on. We wish you a great March in the markets and hope you'll join and support our community by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.